a year.
Okay.
I'm good. I'm not moving.
So, what's the problem with what's the issue? I guess in New York is just the money issue, but I feel like a lot of relationships, people that's one of the number one cause is money.
No, actually, from what I've seen, the number one issue in relationships has been communication. People don't know how to effectively communicate with each other, and I think there's an expectation that others just know how you feel and know what you want, and people don't verbalize that to their partners, and then they have this, well, why didn't you know, or why didn't you do this? It's like, well, if you don't tell me, I don't know.
Right.
And I think people expect other people to love them the way they want to be loved without knowing what that looks like, right? So there's this book called The Five Love Languages, which is a very important book for relationships, or it's a very important theory or concept.
Five languages?
The five love languages.
Five love languages.
So there are five love languages. In other words, there are five ways that we communicate love and appreciation to each other, or rather that we receive love and appreciation from each other. And those are, I always forget one, so give me a second. It's the act of service, gifts, positive affirmations, physical touch, and quality time. Oh, I remembered all five. And quality time. So everyone gives and receives love and appreciation in a different way. But more often than not, we give love the way we want to receive love. But that doesn't necessarily mean that your partner receives love the way that you do. So if my love language is acts of service, but your love language is gifts, if I'm always just doing things for you and never giving you gifts, you're not going to feel loved and appreciated, because that's not the way you receive it.
Right.
So I think that's a big part of the reason we have so much difficulty in relationships. It's just the communication aspect and not really knowing how to love one another the way that we want to be loved. We've always been taught we treat people the way we want to be treated. No, you treat people the way they want to be treated.
Yeah, and how you supposed to know? I feel like you know Toy Story, right? With Woody, the pull string. I feel like every couple months, or months, I got to tell my wife, I'm not a fucking psychic. I can't read your mind.
Well, you know what is interesting? I'll say when I was young, I was dating somebody and he was like, I'm not going to know what you want unless you tell me.
Right.
And that was like a revelation for me. I think women just, oftentimes expect our partner to know, hey, this is what I want, this is what I need, but that's just not realistic. Like, nobody's a mind reader. So we do have to be transparent. We do have to be open and honest, and that's not something that we should tiptoe around. Like, if you're worth, getting what you ask for, getting what you need.
If you in this, I can't get out. You might as well you might as well get what you get. Write down the list. You know what I'm saying?